These days, we seem to hear more and more about the potential and opportunities around artificial intelligence. Our Calgary reporter, Stephanie Radatz, joins us now. And Stephanie, you connected with a homegrown tech startup merging AI and, of all things, pets.
Okay, Michael, as a cat person, I will tell you my cats feel they are already darn intelligent, nothing artificial needed. Felines, however, are perhaps notorious in their confidence and also notorious for their ability to mask pain. It's a problem Alberta tech startup company Sylvester AI set out to address with their Tably app.
I'm a ranch person. I was born on a ranch out in southern Alberta. Surrounded by animals, have a science background. Early in my career, I started working with pharmaceutical companies that had created drugs for pain management and for any kind of conditions in animals. So food animals, large animals, but also in companion animals. And over the course of time, I could see that cats just really weren't getting the same level of care that dogs were, because they weren't coming into the veterinarian. And so there were products available for cats, but we just weren't seeing the same number of cats coming in. And so I started to wonder how we could solve that. So created a not-for-profit, actually, with feline specialists to create the first of their kind protocols for preventive care for cats, because we see kittens. Usually kittens come in and then we don't see that cat again until there's a serious health condition. And so compared to dogs, where over 80% go every year, just like we take our family members, cats just aren't seeing that. So that took me down the road to why. And it's because they hide their pain. And they hide their pain because if they were still in the wild, they could get eaten. And so they're incredibly good at masking any symptoms where a dog will present like a child. So that actually got me thinking about how we could help people know when it's time to do something for their cat. Working with feline specialists, I was familiar with tools that veterinarians are already using to assess pain in cats. And interestingly, cats hold their pain in their face. So we can tell from facial change when they're in severe pain. And so we used that model to apply AI. So we took labeled data sets of cats in pain. And when we did the first data set modeling, it was really, really, really accurate. So then we thought, okay, we have something here. So we incorporated in 2020, and it's from people here in Alberta.
Okay, given how much we talk about diversification, how challenging was it to get an AI technology company off the ground here in Alberta?
Well, Michael, the success this company has seen through development really speaks to some of the success and potential in the innovation sector in this province.
The technology itself, surprisingly, it was quite easy to do in Alberta because we have such an incredible depth of knowledge of people in tech. In fact, the University of Alberta is ranked number 3 in the world for AI and data science. And so there are incredibly talented people in this province. So the tech itself wasn't the challenge. There's a real tech community that's growing and starting to thrive here. We're hearing about that in different categories. I think the biggest challenge for us is actually helping people understand that this is a need and a big space in the pet tech world. And actually, that's been a bigger challenge in Alberta because we're so used to other categories, right, like agriculture or oil and gas. But the pet industry actually is very adjacent to those spaces. And so, the tech itself has actually been relatively easy in this province. It's more helping people understand the big opportunity we have on a global scale. It's been a really wild ride. This is a really, really fast space. And we've got a lot of entrepreneurial thinking. Alberta is very well poised, but we have to move a lot quicker than we have been. And I think part of that is because we're not as fluent in some of these adjacent areas. We really have to put on our entrepreneurial bootstrapping pants and go, okay, we're really going to try and accelerate quickly in areas that we may not know everything about.
Sylvester AI is actually now seeing levels of international recognition for their Tably app, something they again point to as a case for optimism, for growth, and for the company and the sector.
We're really thrilled to be selected by Purina, I believe out of 150 different companies. We are one of the top 5 that were awarded their Pet Care Innovation Prize this year. And they're really looking ahead to new technology. And so that's been really good for us. We have a lot of companies that are very interested in our technology. But that momentum is catapulting us into different conversations now. And what's really exciting is we're really bridging pet tech and AI. And as you know, AI scene is growing, and we're hearing a lot about that. But this is really visual recognition in the pet community. So it's really accelerated us. But again, that interest is much quicker outside of Canada. So as a Canadian entrepreneur, I'm excited for what we're doing, but I think we have to move a lot quicker here than we have been to keep pace. So I've actually been very interested and also very positively encouraged by some of the things that the governments of all stripes have been saying, okay, tech is kind of where we could really have a strong footprint. So I think Alberta is really in a good position. But we just have to keep going. There's already some really good movement that's been made. So I'm quite happy to see how the government is talking about it. It's so busy right now. We're in a really exciting time. I guess every company can, go through these exciting times. But right now, we're actually working with many platforms. So if people have pets that are in wellness plans, or they're using any kind of digital engagement with a veterinarian, or in the US they have prescription where you can buy your prescriptions online. We're working with all the platforms now to integrate our technology. And so what I'm really excited about is, as we gather more data sets for the species, can we start to look at what a diabetic cat might look like? Or can we start to signal if a cat may be having urinary issues? Can we start to predict by age what we think might be happening? There's just so many opportunities with visual recognition in AI for this species and others that I'm really excited to see where we go with this technology.
If you want to keep tabs on your tabby's health, the app is free and called Tably. Fun fact, Michael, when my old kitty had dental surgery, we actually used this app to help our veterinarian track his pain management. Apparently, we were just one of thousands of people from around the world trying out Pet AI.
Pause on experience. No end to the potential uses for artificial intelligence. That is for sure. Thanks for this, Stephanie.
You're welcome, Michael.